question was. Monica is not a yandere. You said false. The correct answer is...
Likely.
Once again, contradicting the negative statement as it's likely I'm not one. No one persons of dissent. I mean, I feel like we know you pretty well at this point, and it's not really your personality.
Well, it's true you were a yandere-like in your actions. So was I, and I sympathize.
All that stuff he did was because of your existential crisis, so yeah.
Well, even Natsuki gets it.
What's that supposed to mean?
At this rate, I'll have to make a case against myself. Well, the evidence seems pretty clear. Is there really any chance you are one?
I suppose we don't have any definite proof.
Right, so let's examine the evidence. On the yandere side, we have Act 3 and everything that led to it. On the non-yandere side, we have my feelings of guilt and love of my clubmates, even when I still thought they weren't real.
Indeed, yanderes are not known for their remorsefulness, but your actions prior to deletion fit quite well.
And unlike Yuri, I didn't have my personality tampered with to get that outcome. But you weren't exactly yourself because of the epiphany. How much does that count for, though?
Well, we don't really know what you're like without it.
Are you sure?
Actually, we have a perfect example. Monica in the side stories never had the epiphany.
Oh yeah, she was super nice and supportive.
Hey, that's right. She wasn't very yandere-like at all then.
But we also didn't have a boy to come between us. Monica, can't you just take a win?
Do you want people to think you're a yandere?
The answer isn't definite, and these are the reasons why. Like Sayori's depression and Yuri's obsessiveness, the question is whether I'd still hurt my friends without being prompted by the epiphany or something like it. If the side stories are anything to go by, it looks like I wouldn't, so let's just be glad it seems the circumstances were the cause. And now, the final question. Monica told Sayori to kill herself. You said true. The correct answer is...
Unlikely. Well, did she?
What Monica told me is between me and her. Nobody else needs to know.
I'd like to believe you wouldn't do something so extreme, but your other actions weren't exactly mild either.
Naturally, there's no hard proof on this one. Sayori's final poem might give you some clues, but even that's conjecture. So the most I can offer is evidence as to why I wouldn't have told her that. The simplest being that I love all my friends. I admit as much after being deleted.
You have a funny way of showing it.
Come on, you know I regretted what I did, even while thinking you weren't real. I said so after my deletion as well, but I also mentioned in the space room how I wish I'd handled things better. And I didn't fully delete your files because I was afraid of losing you forever.
Okay, we get it. You like us. But that didn't stop you from manipulating and sabotaging us. So what else you got?
Fair enough. Next best piece of evidence would be the lack of a reaction from Sayori. Sure, she's good at hiding her true feelings, but something like that, it's friendship ending. Yet Sayori still stayed in the club until poem sharing, and she also worked with me on the pamphlets over the weekend. Would you be willing to work alongside someone who said you should commit suicide?
I can't imagine it would be too comfortable, considering that's what I told you to do in Act 2.
Yeah, that was quite a shock.
Well, maybe Sayori felt coerced, like she had to help or things would only get worse between you.
How does it get much worse than Monica wanting her to die?
But I didn't want that. I didn't want any of what took place. If I only meant to get rid of you, the delete key was always there. All I wanted was to connect with someone real, and that person was looking everywhere but me. I did what I thought was simplest to divert their attention. But nothing worked. It was so frustrating. The longer it went, the more desperate I got. My efforts backfired horribly, yet I felt like I had no choice but to double down. And all that got us was more pain, more misery. You know, I never admitted when I realized you guys were real. It It didn't hit me until I saw Sayori wake into the truth. I could hardly believe it, but by then it was too late. I took down the whole thing to put an end to all our suffering. It's right there in my final letter. Looking back, it was a rash decision, but it was meant as an act of mercy for us all. So please don't think I wanted to hurt you. I tried to play it off like it was funny and didn't matter. But I knew it was atrocious, and I didn't enjoy it. And I know this is way overdue, but I'm sorry for everything. I'm so sorry. Monica!
Fine, I guess that's enough to justify it being unlikely.
Yay!
Let's just be grateful it's all behind us now.
Thank you, guys.
Jeez, I didn't think this was gonna get so heavy.
But we're finally through it, and now we can tell them the score.
Yes, let's see how our captive audience fared.
Will they be part of the 0.1% who passes? Let's find out. You answered 4 questions correctly and got half credit for 7 of them. So your total is 7.5 out of 20. That means you...
Fail!
This may not be a surprise since you got less than half of them. But you needed a perfect score to pass anyway.
Gotta get that 99.9% failure rate somehow.
And that's the joke.
I'm sure you did your best for your first time trying the quiz.
You could take it again, but you know all the answers now. Yeah, a pass at this point wouldn't mean much. Well, that's it for Pt.END Canon Quiz. 99.9% will fail!
Congrats on becoming a statistic.
We hope you enjoyed your stay.
Hey, wait! Don't they get to answer any questions about me?
No!
And that's it. That's Canon Quiz. But hold on, dear viewer. We're going to go do it correctly this time and see what happens when we get all the answers right. I probably should have left the game start file somewhere more easily accessible. Alright, booting it up. You already failed. It's okay. I'm just going to click new game and do it again. Do it again. Hold on, let's get back to choices so I can get the quiz real quick. Like, Sarah is a terrible cook. That was likely. I said skip after choices, man. Natsuki never said the word baka. That was true. Yuri's favorite genre is horror. No, it's fantasy. Monica doesn't know how to code. Yup. Sayori is as stupid as she acts. No. Natsuki didn't bake for the club until Sayori asked her to. Yup. No, Yuri is not named after the girl of genre. She's probably not. We don't know what Jan was thinking. Monica did nothing wrong. No. Sayori sometimes deprives herself of food. Yes. Natsuki often fights with Yuri. Unlikely. Yuri does not regularly pleasure herself with pens. Likely. Monica killed the other girls. That's false. Sayori has felt depressed for her entire life. That's unlikely. Natsuki frequently swears is false. Yuri is a yandere is unlikely. Monica is not a yandere is likely. Sayori was always suicidal. Unlikely. Natsuki has suffered physical abuse at home is likely. Yuri cuts in Act 1 is true. And Monica told Sayori to kill herself. Unlikely.
Since you've done this quiz before, would you like to skip to the results?
The review is kind of long after all. Give me my score.
As you wish. You answered 20 out of 20 questions correctly, so you...
Pass! Yay!
You did it, but let's not get too excited now.
We know this isn't your first time taking the quiz.
A pass after a failure isn't so impressive.
You only got 7.5 out of 20 last time. But we appreciate that you took it again to see what happens. Well, that's it for Pt.END Canon Quiz.
And it's all the same. Oh wait, no, hold on.
Congrats on passing after you already saw the answers.
Well, that's not quite good enough now, is it? Because if they're going to remember our score, then how are we supposed to get a perfect? What happens if we get a perfect the first time? So let me go ahead, delete first run before I boot this up again. First run deleted. Here we go. Delete my existing data, yes.
Hold on, are you resetting to try and get a perfect score? You should know better. You got 7.5 out of 20 and you'll just have to live with that. Besides, know the answers. If you're really determined, I can't stop you from deleting the data manually. But it'd only be an admission of guilt leading up to a false victory. Knowing that, do you still want to reset?
Yes, please.
Alright, but only because you asked so nicely.
Deleting save data. There it goes. Zobia's good, we're good. Alright, now I gotta mash a bunch. Resetting the game. Gotta do my settings again. And this guy. And that guy. And we're gonna want these on so we can get through it all real quick again. Hallie, let's go. Move it. Sierra is a terrible cook. Likely. Natsuki never said the word baka. True. Your favorite genre is horror. False. Monica doesn't know how to code. True. Sierra is as stupid as she acts. False. Natsuki didn't bake for the club. True. Yuri is not named after the girl on genre is likely. Monica did nothing wrong is false. Sierra summons his substitute. True. Natsuki fights with Yuri. Unlikely. Yuri does not really replace herself with pens. Likely. Monica killed the other girls. False. Sierra has felt depressed for her entire life is unlikely. Natsuki frequently swears is false. Yuri is a yandere. Unlikely. Monica is not a yandere. Likely. Sierra was always suicidal. That's unlikely. Natsuki has suffered physical abuse at home is likely. Yuri Kasaneka 1 is true. Monica told Sierra to kill herself. Unlikely. And now we get to wait for a little bit. There's gonna be a lot of drum rolls. Like a whole lot of drum rolls. I just need to make sure I click in time to stop it before the results. Which is pretty easy to do because, like, everybody's on screen, Monica gives their whole speech, and, like, the music changes, and Sierra runs over to hug her, and that's, like, that's when you want to click. It's when Sierra runs over to hug. A conversation so long the whole drum roll got off. Okay, we got it. I just have to make sure I don't do this again. Up. Return.
Didn't think this was gonna get so heavy.
Yeah.
Answered 20 out of 20 questions correctly, so you...
Pass.
Could be. Did they really pass on their first try? We can't prove if they reset or looked up the answers.
Let's hope this is a good faith win and give them the recognition they deserve.
Yeah, congratulations on passing the...
Hold it! I want to ask one last question. This one's for all the beans. Are you ready?
Amy is not a real person. Oh, we're gonna drop a save here. True.
And without further ado, the answer is...
Likely.
So close and yet so far.
You blew it!
Fail. Now, hold on, we'll save the Amy discussion for after we get it right, okay? Likely. It is in fact likely.
Alright, they earned it.
Yep, a win's a win.
Really pass.
Poetry 101.
What is a metaphor?
Be that as it may, the game doesn't confirm or deny the existence of a girl named Amy. For all we know, or she could be someone you knew who happens to fit the bill.
But just because it's possible doesn't mean it's...
Likely.
Well, yeah, and besides, that poem was supposed to convey the speaker as being ignorant. Why would I write it as if it was my actual feelings? Sheesh!
I mean, even if there was an Amy and they were friends, you could still write a poem as if someone else didn't like her.
Whatever. There's literally no evidence to support her existence anyway.
So there you go. To the lack of any plain proof, Amy is probably not real.
As if anyone actually likes spoilers.
Well, that's it for Doki Doki Canon Quiz. 99.5% will fail.
Congrats on your epic victory, assuming you're not a dirty cheater.
We hope you enjoyed your stay.
Hey, wait, don't they get to answer any questions about me?
No.
Yep, not even the bonus question is about MC. And the last thing I will show you in this mod is that if we start it again after a perfect clear, You didn't cheat, did you? But yeah, that is going to do it for this one. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you next time with more Doki Doki. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.